Hi, and welcome to the Divinely Inspired Woman podcast. I am your host, Patricia Wald Hopkins. I am a modern mystic, and I am here to share with you the beautiful wisdom and stories from women that desire to lead their lives inspired by the divine within them. The divinely inspired woman is devoted to walking the path of her soul's calling, tuning into the divinity within to navigate life with ease and grace through all circumstances. She cultivates beauty in her daily life. She is here to share the most authentic self each day through thick and thin. So I hope you enjoy our show today and that you will leave with an infusion of inspiration for your soul and for your day and living your life. Hello and welcome to another episode of the Divinely Inspired Woman podcast. My name is Patricia Wald Hopkins and I am your host, and I have a very special guest today, a very beautiful, divine, feminine Reiki healer, and also works with access bars treatment, which I'm really curious about, learning a little bit more about that. And Michelle Gomes, welcome. Thank you for joining me here today.
Thank you, Patricia.
It's great to have you here. So tell us a little bit about yourself and where you're coming from. I know you also have YouTube channels, and so I want to hear about those too. But what made you say yes to being a guest on this Divinely Inspired Woman podcast?
Yes. So as you said, I'm nowadays I'm a Reiki healer, and now I just complete the certification for access bars. That is one of the top and the first one from Access Consciousness. Oh. And I am very, I love the course, and I think it's wonderful and very powerful tool for access the consciousness, to be more consciousness in this world. Ooh. So I'm also system analyst. I'm programmer, yes, computer programmer. And I have, I think, more than 20 years in this stuff. Wow. And I love my work. I work for a company, American company. And I think I'm completing 5 years in the spiritual path, because before I was just in my path in this physical life. But I always been studying. I love to study and going to my path, just living the physical world, just to take care of me. Because I love to do exercise. I love to work out. I love to work in my body, whole body. And but before I was not very spiritual mind. So, and then when I discovered this spiritual path, a wonderful door opened to my life, that I can see all the life in a different way to see. So I can find myself more powerful, that I can do whatever I want. And it's a new world for me. So with my boyfriend, we decided to create this channel, Awakening Tribes, trying to share our spiritual life, what we are doing, what we are passing through. And recently I created another channel here in Brazil in Portuguese language with two friends, another woman, and one lives in US.
Oh, great.
Yes.
Yeah, wonderful.
Maybe we can one day invite her. And
love it.
And she is married with American guy too. She has kids, American kids. And we created this new channel that we called Mystical Minds. That it's the same way that we have in Awakening Tribes. We share our awakening process. And it's from 3 women. She is also Reiki healer, and the other one work more with herbs. She loves plants. Yes, yes. And she lived in US too a couple of years ago, the other one. And nowadays she is in Brazil again. So yes,
Okay.
so we are trying to do something in this crazy world.
That's beautiful. Yeah, that's very inspiring. And what inspired you to create your YouTube channels? Just the desire to share your wisdom?
When I started my spiritual life, I been a lot of channel in YouTube helped me to understand what was going on with me, because we started to be like crazy, because our mind started to not be very clear. We start to question many things in this physical world. So I try to find some ways to understand what was going on with me. So I think a lot of YouTube channels and the internet helped me a lot in this way. And
Great.
then when I met my boyfriend, that it's in spiritual path too, we used to talk a lot about it. It's not regular conversation. We used to have a lot of spiritual conversation. And then one day, if we stay long times just discussing about many topics, and then I told him, why you don't start to share with people what we are learning? Because I remember that a lot of channels helped me, maybe, and you can see that our friends, our relatives, they are passing through the same kind of stuff, depression, the energy come up and down. They don't know exactly what is going on. They start to question things. So, and then this is how Awakening Tribes started. It's not easy for me because I'm not very communicative person in the internet. So it's a challenge for me. And also because of the language, because it's not my native language. And I need to speak in English because my boyfriend just speaks in English and French. He doesn't know Portuguese language. So it's a challenging, but it's an amazing process that I'm passing through, and it's learning too.
That's amazing. Wow, to be able to take spirit, the spiritual experience, right, which is a language of itself, and then for you to share it in not your native language, that's really cool. I mean, that's amazing. Yeah, thank you for doing that, because otherwise I don't know Portuguese. My husband does, but I don't, so I wouldn't be able to,
it's
hear
a difficult language.
Yeah. So I mean, I know Spanish some, but Portuguese is a whole other. It's a beautiful.
Yeah,
beautiful
I know English because I work more than 20 years in American companies, so I need to communicate with young people, everyone around the world. So, but I used to talk just before, just because of the work, not like this. So
yeah, not like this. Well, I would say that you are very communicative and have a very, lovely, strong presence on video.
I know that my accent is very strong.
No, it's beautiful. But your presence too is a very strong presence. So I'm really glad that you are sharing yourself on the World Wide Web. And it sounds like you work in systems too, right? So you know the connectivity of things and how important it is to maintain those connections between people, right? Like
yes.
It spreads
because as a
vibe.
system analyst, I need to make some interview with the clients. So I need to understand the language of the clients, the language of the system that I need to build. So yes, I need to be communicative in Brazil or in my work. But what I mean is I'm not a social media girl. So I'm not I don't share my life like many people used to do. And for me, it's a challenge.
Yeah. Yeah. It sounds like a challenge you're up for, though. A challenge that you're willing to take on so that you can share your wisdom. So I'm grateful that you are doing that. I'm going to ask you a couple of questions just because I'm curious about what is the way that you tune in most to the divine or the divine feminine? Is there a certain, method you use, or is it just something that's just innately in you and you just tune in and listen to that higher consciousness part of yourself?
Yes, I think that we all have the two energies, the two forces inside us, the divine masculine and the divine feminine. So, and I think somehow in our life, we pass through both energies in a different time. Mm-hmm. So sometimes, for example, before I started my spiritual life, I think I was more in divine masculine because I'm very rational mind, mm-hmm. I'm come mm-hmm. from system analyst, so yeah, this is why. So but if you are giving too much energy on just one side, the other side will have kind of it will not be balanced, mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Yeah. So when I start my spiritual life, I think the divine feminine starts to try to getting out. So, and I needed, for example, to deal with the emotions that I was not used to do. So mm-hmm. It was not very, I don't know. I think I needed now to learn and to deal with my emotions. And I was not like very clear in my mind how to deal with. So mm-hmm. Nowadays, of course, in the beginning, it was not very like cool, mm-hmm. but it's a process. Yeah. And nowadays, I think I can deal better with the emotions. So I think I am reaching the balance between the two forces.
Beautiful. Well, I think you really, let me turn this fan off real quick. I think that you really speak to the experience of a lot of women, especially, across the world, but in America too. I mean, to come sort of learning that we need to show up in a more masculine way. And then if our brains are inclined towards that, it's even stronger. Like for me, I come from that same place of analyzing data, like for, 25 years, and I love it. But that divine feminine had to come through me because I was burning out. I didn't know how to nurture myself. It was always go, 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 go. And yes. intensity. And then the divine feminine came in. So you really are speaking to a story of many, many women. So it's really important that they hear how you have shifted that and allowed your emotions to come through. Is there anything that you could tell somebody who is, just kind of on the fence? I don't know, shouldn't you say, not sure about what we're talking about, like opening up ourselves up to spirituality and to higher consciousness. Do you have any words of encouragement or, a story that might inspire them to just do it?
For example, I'm passed from in this new YouTube channel, Mystical Minds, my two friends, it's new for them too. So what I can say to inspire people is exactly what I'm saying to them, is that they are, as it's very new for them, they are kind of not sure all the time to be perfectionist. I think I touch too much my hair. I think I'm not clear. And I just said to them, just go, just move. If you are waiting to be everything to be perfect, we will not move, because all the time we will find something that could be better. So just move on. This is how Awakening Tribe started. Yeah. So of course, sometimes I see my videos, I see something that could be better. Okay, next time I will do this to try to adjust. But we cannot stop our life or doing something because everything needs to be perfect. It's not like this is, I think that most of people, they are stuck in their life because all the time they are waiting to be in the perfect moment. But the perfect moment is right now. You need to do something right now. So this is how I move my life. Let's do something. What I can do today for move. I just want to move, not be stuck because our mind, because just in the automatic way that we are living the life, not be conscious. In the Awakening Tribes last week, we had a kind of this conversation that people can see in our channel, that we need to be conscious in this time. That the only time that we have, the present moment. So just enjoy, just do something. I think it's the most powerful topic that I think I'm deal with nowadays. Yeah. You can correct me if I'm wrong, but it feels like you're saying show up in your authentic self, right? Just show up just as you are, right where you're at. And that's the medicine, right? That's the beauty of being human. We're messy. Exactly. Everyone is. So if you need to, for example, in the beginning of the Awakening Tribes, I used to say, no, where we can put the camera, how you can. And I remember Sam said, just let's do it. Exactly. It's terrible how, because we are like this, we are a mess. If you try to put too much makeup, it's fake. It's not how we are, So this is what I think we should do. And my two friends, they told me, Michelle, it's funny because you appear in our life to do something that we want to do, but we didn't have the pull to do. And now you come and, okay, let's go, girls, let's do something if you want to do. And they are all the time waiting. No, we could do this, maybe create Instagram and post something. No, let's have a conversation. And then this is it. Yeah. That's so I can feel the power of your voice, inspiring people. Are you told that your voice is very inspiring? The power of your voice. Well, it is. I don't like my voice too much. I love it. I love your voice. I do. And I really hear that divine feminine, but I also hear the balance of the masculine energy, the divine masculine also, because that's the do. Let's do it, and the feminine, the softness of the feminine that comes through. Tell me a little bit about how. Do you have some favorite tools that you use to stay, in your center and connected? Yes. In the beginning, I found the meditation states a strong and powerful tool to control your emotions and trying to balance yourself. But some situations that happen in my spiritual meditative states, I started to have the astral travel. And it's make me scared a little bit. And I'm trying to deal with, I stop this kind of states because it start to put me scared. So I put in the side And then I found Reiki, that it's how we work with the energy, with all the bodies that we have, the spiritual body, the physical body. And it's a wonderful and powerful tool to work for healing the body. And I don't know if you know Ho'oponopono.
I do.
The powerful of the
Very
words I
powerful.
use. Ho'oponopono helped me a lot, mainly for deal with the emotions that I was not very used. And now, recently, I discovered the bar access. That's another powerful mind tool for work with your consciousness, with your mind. And the access bars work with your all the memories that we have in your mind, and try to, as it's a tool that we can try to reset the mind, reboot like a computer. Because in our the whole life, we pass through several situations that our mind is stuck some memories. And this powerful tool help you to clear the memories that sometimes you are not conscious on it, and you start to have some kind of behavior that can stuck you in a cycle with repetitive behaviors, and you are not conscious to get out of there and stop to create the same situation in your life. So the access bar help you to try to clear all those stuck memories. And sometimes you, for example, you are able to heal one issue, one illness that we have for a long time, and then you create this illness, and you are not conscious why, and the access bar help you to try to clear it. So I just certificate, and then I'm started to practice a little bit more. So I will try with my kids. That wonderful. I think it's a powerful tool to move on, and stop to be stuck in the same situation.
Yeah, that sounds really powerful. That's I had not heard about that one specifically, so thank you for sharing something new here. And is that something, so you're just starting to practice, but at some point you will offer that to other people outside of your family, maybe? Do you feel a calling to work outside of your family with your healing gifts?
I didn't get it, sorry.
Do you feel a calling to work like with clients?
No, yes.
With your Reiki and with the access bar.
Yes. Nowadays, it's 15 days. I have a temple close to my house that we use to receive some clients, but for free. Yes, it's for free. So it's this temple used to receive people that need help, energy help, and we have a team. So we put some beds inside the temple and receive people to do the Reiki.
Oh, that's great.
Yes, and in this team we have a master that I had this new course with access bars with her.
Okay.
And then we have another day just for access bar, and then I think I will start to work with them too.
It sounds like you have a strong spiritual connections community where you're at.
Yes.
Yeah,
Here in Brazil, we are a spiritual country with a lot of religions. But what I notice is close to me, we are receiving the same call. So a lot of people are interested on Reiki, on many meditations states or herbs. That's a powerful tool. So I think we are receiving the same call here. Yeah,
beautiful. Let's see this next question is about, yes, I know. Okay. I'm allowing the divine feminine to lead me in our conversation. So I know that you have a family, you have children. And you mentioned that you might practice some of these techniques, with your children. Do you have anything to share with parents? I have 3 children too, about how to teach them to, now start living their lives from this spiritual centered place.
Yes, I used to talk a lot with my kids. And of course, when I was not in this spiritual life, I used to have some behaviors that nowadays I just don't like to remember. Yes, I used to scream as many moms.
I understand. Yes, I know.
No, I was talking to my daughter yesterday that she was remind me some situation that I did with her about the cell phone. And nowadays I will not do the same things, the same behavior. So, and then I try to teach them the powerful of the energy, how to try to think, how to try to be conscious. My daughter, as soon as I finish this course, the Access Bar, I talk to her about how is the process and how she can work in some, because she is conscious about many behaviors that she used to do, but she is stuck. She feel that, for example, procrastination. And when I talk to her about this tool, she is like, Mom, please do. Because many adolescents used to be better after the Access Bar in the school, at the school. So mainly adolescents. So and my son the same. When he is not feeling well, he used to say, Mom, do Reiki on me because I'm not feeling well. Yes, yeah. Both of them. They don't ask about medicine. They used to ask for Reiki. It's incredible. So they believe on me. They are being raised in this kind of mind. I think we can try to create a new generation that people believes more on in spiritual life.
Beautiful.
Yes, but sometimes, my mom is not the same because it's another generation. But yeah. I try to talk to her. We had a good conversation recently. And I think she, little by little, it's an old mind. So it's more difficult to you try to change something. But sometimes she is open. Sometimes she try, Mom, just walk. Just try to contemplate the nature. Just to try to, instead of to be in this physical and crazy world, like a war or election that we are passing through here in Brazil, that is crazy. It's a mess. Just turn off the TV and trying to walk, move your body, give love to yourself. It's not easy for old people to understand that it's very important and it could be help them a lot.
Yeah,
I think it's easier to talk to the new generation.
Definitely. Yeah, I agree with you. My mom and we talk a lot about all kinds of things, and she's always game to try. I'll do Akashic records clearings with her, and gene keys and Reiki, and all. She loves it, but it is a little bit slower process than working, I think, with the younger people. I mean, I'm not that young myself, but it took me a while it takes me a while to let go of my old habits. But I love that that generational healing, right? Both directions is so important. I have a question for you, and maybe it's a big question. I don't know. So, feel free to answer it in whatever way. But where do you see yourself in like 2 years? What do you see yourself doing in 2 years?
Good question.
And then that could be the answer is, it's a big question, but just, really allowing yourself to expand into.
Yes. We have this ring that is to open 2 retreat center.
Oh, beautiful.
Yes. One in US, one in Brazil.
Nice.
That we can receive people around the world and work with spiritual path. Beautiful. That we love to discuss about it. We love to exchange with people. We love to help people. And the most important things is help people to discover their own power. We all have the power about our life, about everything that we can create for our life. So this is the most important thing. I think if you can change many people, we can change the world.
Yeah.
And one day not to have war or
right.
This election mess.
Yeah, not all the chaos
in our life and try to be the better version of yourself.
Beautiful. Thank you for sharing that vision. I appreciate that because I can see that happening for you. And so we're coming to the end of our time here today. And I want to ask you, how can people learn more about you and what you're doing or offering?
Yes, we have this YouTube channel, and we have Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. We are nowadays making weekly lives to discuss about recent talks, and it's Awakening Tribes. Okay. And now I have a new channel that it's Mystical Minds with 2 friends here in Brazil. It's Portuguese, but you can also translate in YouTube.
Beautiful.
And this is it.
Wonderful. All right. And I will have the details in the text that comes with this episodes for you listeners who want to find Michelle. So thank you so much for sharing your beautiful divine feminine energy and soul with us here today. I really appreciate it. And just keep moving, right?
Yes.
keep moving that energy, moving in the direction of your higher self. Yeah, beautiful. Thank you so much. All right, everybody.
Patricia, for inviting me.
Yeah. Okay. We will see you next time. Much love to everybody. Okay.
Okay. See you.
Bye-bye. Thank you for listening to this episode of The Divinely Inspired Woman. Again, I am your host, Patricia Wald Hopkins, and I am so glad that you joined us here today. I hope you left with some soul food to inspire your daily life. And if you would like to learn more about my work, please check out my website, patriciawaldhopkins.com, and you can find out more about my divinely inspired practice and tools. So, thank you again. Have a beautiful day. Hi, I'm dropping in here with an announcement about a program, a new mentorship that I am offering. It's called Voices of Gaia, and it's about bringing your voice, your leadership, your life in alignment with Gaia's guidance. So if you feel called to learn more about this program, it's a beautiful, rich program where we dive into your essence, and if you so desire, we develop your business around it and really blossom into your whole lifestyle, this wisdom from Gaia that wants to be spoken through you. So if you feel called, reach out to me at patriciawaldhopkins.com. That's Patricia at patriciawaldhopkins.com. There's no hyphen between Wald and Hopkins. And I would just love to hear from you and see if this is a good fit. So thank you for tuning in. Have a beautiful day.